Dear 6th standard students, we are into second unit, Physics, Forces and Motion. In previous class, we have seen about what is meant by animate and inanimate agency. Right? For example, when we kick a ball, okay, it moves, or when we push a table, or when a bullock pulls a cart. So these are some of the examples for animate. Animate means moving. Inanimate. So some of the examples we have for inanimate, for example, like when the wind is flowing, the grasses will be dancing due to wind, or the grasses will be flowing due to wind. So when a stream is there, the wood is flowing or moving down a stream. These are some of the examples of inanimate. Say you can see the those inanimate agency examples here. Okay, previous class we have seen about this, and now we are going to continue. And now we are going to learn about what is meant by contact and non-contact forces. So contact, what is the meaning of contact? Contact means touching a body. So when you are applying some force by touching a body, this type of force is called contact force. Contact nale, you have to just think touch. You have to remember the word touch. Touch. You can see the word here. Touching the body. The forces or the force is executed by touching the body. So these type of force is called what force? Contact force. Okay, when they ask the question what is meant by contact force, you can write this. The force is executed by touching the body. These type of force is called contact force. Okay, now look at this image. There is a coconut tree. Hey, who is pulling me? Okay, so because of gravity, already you know about apple story, no? Newton was sitting under the tree and the apple is falling down, and at the time he just got it. Because of the gravity, the apple is falling down. In the same way, because of gravity, the coconut is falling down. So in same way you can tell about magnet also. I think you all know about magnet. Magnet has power to attract any things like say iron. So here there is an example. Bring a magnet near the small iron nail. Suddenly the nail jumps into the air and sticks to the magnet. Observe that the magnet and the nail did not touch each other, but there was some pulling force that makes the nail to jump and attracts towards the magnet. So here there is no contact between nail and there is no contact between magnet. Because of some force, okay, the magnet and nails they come into contact. And this type of force is called non-contact force. The force is applied without touching the object. These types of forces are called non-contact forces. So for contact forces you have to write the force is executed by touching the body. These type of force is called contact force. The force is applied without touching the object, without touching the body. These type of forces are called non-contact forces. Example of non-contact forces is magnetism and gravity. Example of contact forces you can say like bullock cart or pushing the door. You are touching the door and then you are moving. So pushing the door or applying brake. Okay, these are some of the examples of contact forces, and these are the differences between contact and non-contact forces. What happens when we apply a force on an object? Suppose you push a book on the table. The book moves. You are applying some force on that book in order to move from a state of rest. Consider the second image here. What happens when a batsman hit a ball? So when a bowler is throwing the ball is already in motion. That is, the ball is already moving. But when the batsman hit the ball, the speed of the ball automatically increases because There the batsman give force through bat, and so the speed of the ball increases and the direction of the ball also changes. So in the second paragraph you can see application of force on object results in change in speed and also change in its direction. Okay, this happens in the case of second image. Look at the third image. Okay, a person is crushing a balloon. So you are just going to apply force on this balloon, or for example, if your mom is preparing chapati or puri, there will be roti dough மாவு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, so if you just crush or if you apply force means automatically what happened, there will be some expansion or contraction. The object shape, the shape of the object will be changing by applying the force. So third paragraph you see application of force in object results in expansion or contraction. So look at the first stanza. Application of force in an object results in movement. Motion is nothing but movement from state of rest. This is the first point. And second point, application of force on an object results in change in its speed and also in its direction. Here you have seen the example of a batsman who is striking a ball, who is hitting that ball, and the ball direction also changes and the speed of the ball also increases. And here in third one you can see you are applying a force and that results in expansion or contraction. So what happens when you apply a force on an object? These are some of the examples you need to know. And look at this first image. Force. What are the two different types of force? Contact force, non-contact force. Contact force means you have to remember touch. Non-contact means there won't be any touching on the body or an object. Okay, what are the two different agencies? Animate factors agency and inanimate factor agency. Okay, here look at this picture now. A man is using cart and a man here he is applying force in order to stop the cart from moving. So when the force is applied against the direction of the motion, against the direction of the movement, the speed can be reduced or even the motion stopped completely. See here, the man is pulling the rope towards upward. So against the direction of the motion, here the speed is reduced and automatically the bullock is not moving and it stops there. So from the above examples what we infer, forces can, these points are very important, forces can change the stage of body from rest to motion or motion to rest. Either change the speed or direction or both of the body. Forces can change the shape of the body. Okay, so when they ask about effects of forces, you have to write these 3 points. These are the basic 3 points you need to know. So in the same way, while riding your bicycle, when you apply brake, what happens? It automatically stops. Why? Because it is applied against the direction of the motion, and so the speed can be reduced. The movement of your bicycle will be stopped completely. Okay, and here you have to learn this. Already we have read this, already I have informed this, the same thing they have repeated here. The applied force is an interaction of one object on another that causes the second object to move from rest or to speed up or slow down or stop the motion or change the direction, compress or expand. This will be asked in 1 mark. So here they have asked fill in the empty spaces. Force can. So force can move from rest. First point they have given. And here speed up you have to write in this box. In this box you can write slow down. In this box you can write stop the motion. Compress or expand they have given. Change the speed, change the direction they have given. So you can see this activity. fill the empty spaces. You just complete this work today as homework. Okay, just draw this diagram and you have to write all these answers in this box. And see the next question. Can you give example for contact and non-contact forces? Forces are divided into contact forces, non-contact forces. For example, for contact force, kick a football or pushing a door, like that you can give. For non-contact forces, one is magnet, another one is with the help of gravity. You have to give one example. So these two questions will be your homework today. You have to complete and send it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, look, another activity. We are going to read about types of motion. So take your pencil, take compass, take a sheet or take a paper. Shanti took a pencil and sharpened it with a sharpener. Then she drew a circle. So first one, what she is doing? First one, with the help of sharpener, she is making her pencil tip very thin, and then she is using sharpener to sharpen her pencil. This is the first process. And second process, with the help of compass, she is drawing circle. And in third picture, what she is doing, with the help of scale, she is drawing a line. And in the fourth one, what she is doing, the pencil tip here, it is the, I mean, with the help of pencil, she is moving to and fro. Okay, she is playing with the pencil. So now in the first case, with the help of sharpener, she is sharpening her pencil, and this type of motion is called rotational motion. You are rotating the pencil. Okay, so this type of motion is called rotational motion. And in second diagram, with the help of compass, Shanti is drawing circle. So what is this motion called? Circular motion. Okay, and in third diagram, third image, look, she is drawing a line with the help of scale. So line means you have to write as linear, L-I-N-E, line. So linear motion. Third image represents linear motion. And the fourth one, Shanti is moving the pencil tip back and forth. And this is called oscillated like a swing. And this is oscillated like a swing. And this motion is called oscillatory motion. So in today's homework, you have to write the heading as what are the four types of motion. Not only four, in next page you will be getting another two types of motion. You have to include that also. So you have to write without spelling mistake. Rotational, circular, linear, oscillatory. These are the different types of motion. Okay, additional to those four types of motion, you have to write these two types of motion also. What it's called? One is curvilinear, another one is zigzag. See, that is, its motion was rotational and then circular, straight line, oscillatory. In previous slide we have seen rotational, circular, straight line, oscillatory, these different types of motion. And now here, for example, you all make a, with the help of paper, you all make aeroplane. Okay, you need to make a aeroplane or paper dart. You just throw it. Okay, watch its path. When you throw it at an angle, you just watch the path. There will be curve that will be formed. Okay, there will be a curve that will be formed. That is the shape, and that shape is called curvilinear. Linear means line is called linear. Okay, curve means it will be in some curve shape. So that type of motion is called curvilinear motion. The path curves. That is, the paper flight is moving ahead, but the direction is changing. While moving, such paths are called curvilinear path. And next one, what is meant by zigzag? Suppose a fly is roaming or buzzing in your room and it moves any direction, and this type of path is called zigzag path. So you just write all these types of motion, 6 types. Just write the heading types of motion. You don't need to write this periodic, non-periodic and all, because I will explain it clearly in the next class. Depend upon direction, depend upon contact, there are different types of motion. So I will explain it in the next class. You just write the heading as types of motion. right? Rotational, circular, linear, oscillatory, curvilinear and zigzag. Okay, and we can see in the next class. Thank you.